Good morning, KHI agents. This is Kaylee Bloom, and we are here with Mandy Comer from UHC for a webinar on their small group updates for the 2020 year. We will be holding all questions until the end today. And just a quick reminder, this webinar, as well as the slides from today's presentation, will be available for you on the KHI agents portal before the day is over. So with that being said, Mandy, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you.
Perfect. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Mandy Comer. I work with UHC on the new sales side as well as the renewal. So I am the new sales contact for KHI for any new groups 1 to 100, and then on the renewal side 451 to 100. So I just wanted to take a little bit of your time. It shouldn't take the full hour. We don't have very many updates, which hopefully is good news for you guys. Kind of simplifies fourth quarter a little bit here for you. But I did want to take a few minutes to give you some updates that are being made, as well as kind of some reminders about our value adds. And I will provide the slides to KHI after today's call so that you guys can get that online as well. So we're going to be speaking to 1 to 50 life groups today. Nothing has changed with our 51 plus plan grids. Those change in July of every year. So today's meeting purposes are just for the 1 to 50. So a quick overview of what we will speak about is the ability of being able to pair UHC and Heritage together. We do have one new product that we are launching beginning 1/1, and that is Copay Clear. And then we do have some updates to our mail order drug program that's out there today, as well as some updates to All Savers Virgin groups. And then, like I said, we'll kind of go over those value adds as well. So the latest for 1/1 is that you are able to now pair UHC and Heritage plans together. So hopefully you've seen the plan grid for 1/1, and you're going to notice that it's just one plan grid. Starting at page 3 would be the Heritage plans, and then the first couple of pages are the UHC plans. Since they're all on the same grid, you are able to pair any plan with another plan that's on that grid. And we have the lines muted, please. So a couple of the differences that we have with UHC and Heritage. UHC is our national network. It has in and out of network options as well as in-network only options. And the UHC products do include Mayo. I'm sorry, you guys. Heritage is that narrow network option that we have. The footprint, kind of where all those John Deere plants were at, all of Iowa, parts of Illinois, Virginia, Tennessee. Mayo is never considered in network with our Heritage plans, and that's a huge differentiating factor that we have. You do still have the ability to have in and out of network options on Heritage and in network only options. But another big differentiator is Heritage. You're allowed to partially self-fund, and we'll actually administer and send those EOBs over to who's administering that benefit for the client. So moving on to our new product that you'll notice on both the UHC and Heritage side, it's called Copay Clear. Hearing that it's similar to the Blue Simplicity plans that are out there that you may be used to, but really it's kind of just symbolizing those benefits for the member. They'll have a deductible to meet, and then once that deductible is met, everything has kind of a predetermined copay alongside of it. So if your member has met their deductible and then they have an ER visit, they have just a straight copay of $750 for that ER visit. So it's just making the member more aware of what their bill is going to be rather than getting a surprise bill. You know, you have the $500 deductible and then 20% coinsurance. You have no idea how much that bill is going to come in at to know what your 20% is going to average out to be. So this just makes it simple and easy. It's definitely not a plan for everybody. It's more for those members that need to offer plans to their employees but don't want high premiums. These are lower premium plans. I will notate that if you start to quote these through our SAM system, which KHI is more than likely helping you with, we are having a difficult time getting kind of the copays to show up in a precise way that it's going to work. So if you have a client that's interested in these, please give us a call and we can kind of walk through and give you a better idea of what those plans actually look like, or give you the benefit summary to go off of, because like I said, those quotes just, unfortunately, they're not coming in the way that we anticipated them to. So do keep that in mind. Moving on, just to kind of show you what these plans look like. If you see a premium care physician, which are those two blue hearts on our network offerings for a PCP or even a specialist, we're going to waive the deductible entirely for those visits. However, if you don't see a premium designated physician, you still won't have a copay on the PCP, but the deductible would apply. And the same goes for the specialist. The deductible would apply if you don't see one of those two blue heart physicians. And then after that, you would have a $75 copay once the deductible is met. So like I said earlier, if you've met your deductible and then you have a member that goes into the emergency room, it's a straight $750 copay. So we do have flyers. I will get Kaylee the flyer for this as well to kind of get out on the website for you guys. But again, if you have questions on the new products, please feel free to reach out and we can help you with that. So like I said, we didn't make a lot of changes. We still have all of our traditional benefits. We did slim them down in the offering amounts, just basically so that we could have that one grid for UHC and Heritage together. So the traditional benefits are still out there, still offering the HSAs. HSAs with motion are still on there. Premium plans, that's that designated provider. So you have the split copay between a premium specialist and then just an average in-network specialist. We still offer the primary advantage plans, and these are really popular. They're great benefits. This is the plan where you have the deductible, a little bit higher out-of-pocket mat, but your virtual visits, your primary care physician visits, those are $0 copays. Nothing comes out of the member's pocket. We do have $0 or $5 tier 1 drug copays, depending on what drug it is. We lowered the urgent care visits from our standard $75 copay down to $50. So we're steering those members to utilize kind of the lower cost care options that are available to them before using the higher cost options out there. Flex plans are still out there. You will notice though on the 1 to 50 side, we only have the Flex free offering. So just to kind of refresh you on that, those are the plans where you get 3 visits between either a specialist or a primary care physician at no out-of-pocket cost to the member. And then once they hit visit 4 and up, it goes towards deductible and coinsurance. And then they get a second bucket offering for urgent care where it's no out-of-pocket cost for the first 2 visits. And then visits 3 and up at urgent care would go towards deductible and coinsurance. So that is still out there for you. And then like I mentioned earlier, the motion, that walking device that pairs with it. So you hit the 3 goals a day to earn money into your HSA account. We are still offering that as well. Like I mentioned earlier, there is a change to our mail order drug program. I think this is going to be a change that people are going to be very happy to hear. Today, how it works is once you switch to UHC, all members are opted into our mail order drug program, and they're allowed to fill 2 more scripts once they move over to us at a retail pharmacy. But then on that 3rd refill, it starts to come to them in a 3-month supply at their doorstep. And these are just for their monthly maintenance drugs. The members had to opt out of the program to be able to continue to get their drugs at the pharmacy. And unfortunately, we wouldn't hear about it until they went to go fill that 3rd script and realized that they didn't listen to the mailers or the calls that we were making. And then they were unable to fill a heart medication, or they were going out for vacation and they couldn't get their drugs before they left. So we heard all the issues and kind of struggles that you guys were having on your end, and we did change this. So it actually changed October 1st. The member no longer has to opt in or opt out of the program. They're simply able to opt in if they would like to, so you can still speak to your members about the benefits of having their mail order drugs come to them in a 3-month supply at 2.5 months cost. But they don't need to opt in or opt out, so there's no limit on retail pharmacy pickup. So if they haven't done anything by the third fill, they can still fill that pharmacy script as normal that they had with their previous carrier. So there is still a definite benefit to the mail order program, so it's not going away. If members are on it today, we are not sending out a mailing to let anybody know anything changed because we do want members to utilize this program as it cuts down on claims costs for the members and the client. But just be aware that this is a change and you don't have to educate as hard on it. Just make them aware that this is out there for them. All Savers is our level funded platform for groups 5 to 99. So it works as a self-funded plan. Typically, what we do right now, whether they're coming off of a fully insured group or maybe Aetna's level funded product, if there were 19 or less enrolling, we ask for health apps on everybody. If there were more than 20 enrolling, we would just take the census and use GRX to rate the group for preliminary rates. That's not changing at all, but beginning 3/1 of 2020, so we're not going to change anything fourth quarter to make anything, hard for you. We already have a hard time during fourth quarter, but beginning 3/1, all virgin groups, so a client that has never offered coverage to their employees, we do have to have individual health apps on every employee, no matter the size of the group. So it can be a 5-life group or it can be a 99-life group. We're going to need individual health apps filled out in order to provide a quote. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. If you have questions on All Savers, please do let us know. Wanted to move into some of the value adds that are available on all the products that we offer today. We are still allowing the $0 primary care office visits for children under the age of 19. So it's any PCP visit that the child dependent goes to, and there's no limits on how many, free essentially visits that they can get throughout the policy period. We do offer virtual visits to all of our members on all of our policies, All Savers included, so they can have 24 access to care. They don't have to go in and, sit in the waiting room with somebody that's sick or take time or PTO, take a child out of school. They can do it at the convenience of their free time on their smartphone, iPad, computer, whatever they have available to them. And we did offer Amwell and Doctors on Demand as our two networks. There's no difference in the networks. It's simply just personal preference. But we do now also offer telehealth. So those members coming off of Wellmark, they can stay on that network just for ease of transition. A lot of people know that name, and so we were able to contract with them, and we now offer that network as well. So this is telling you that the virtual visits are at $50 or less. That is speaking towards the HSA plans. Nothing is changing with the amounts that we're charging people for virtual visits. Like I said, on the primary advantage plans, it's $0. A lot of our plans, it's $10, so it's cheaper to do a virtual visit than to go into the provider's office. Some plans are going to be the exact same copay as it would be to go into the provider's office, but if you're on an HSA plan, it's a $49 copay, so that is why it states $50 or less. Rally is still available to all members of UHC. This is that turnkey wellness benefit that's online. It kind of keeps people engaged by giving you your Rally age by taking questions about your daily life habits. If you smoke, if you drink, do you exercise regularly? Are you getting out and socializing with friends and family? questions of that nature, and then it spits out your rally age, which more times than not, it is higher than what your actual age is. So then it's going to help you build healthy habits by personalizing missions for you to complete based on your answers. So even though it is a turnkey program, it is individualized for each client members. Once they complete a mission, they're going to get what we call rally coins. They'll be able to save those up to win things. There's smaller items, which are $100 gift cards kind of to those national chain places, kind of Best Buy, Amazon, things of that nature. But they can also save up and go for a bigger sweepstakes item, which might be like a Nest thermostat, a NutriBullet system, just things to keep that member engaged in completing the missions, keeping them thinking about, making a healthier lifestyle, and hopefully getting rewarded for it as well. If they submit to a sweepstakes and they don't win, they don't lose their rally coins. They simply go back into their bank. So they're not out anything if they don't win that month or that time. They can also donate their coins. We always pick 4 different charities each month to donate to. Charities like St. Jude's or American Heart Association, things of that nature. We're giving the members the ability to donate those coins, and the coins will equate to dollar amounts that they can use at their discretion if that's how they want to spend their money as well. So this is just kind of showing you a little bit kind of informed way of how our Real Appeal works, which is another value add that comes with all of our offerings. It's not only available to the members, but to the member's spouse as well. So Real Appeal is our virtual weight loss system. They just have to sign up and say that they're interested. They do have to agree to weekly group classes. If they don't meet their weekly group classes, we're not going to hunt them down and try and find them, but simply they're just kind of out of the program if they miss too many weekly group classes. Once they have signed up and been approved for this option, they get a success kit in the mail. So what do you need in order to be approved for the process? You do have to have a BMI of 28% or higher, which is pretty easy to come across. But if you don't have a BMI of 28 or higher and you simply want to just maintain your health status, you do just have to have a chronic condition. So anything cardiovascular, diabetes would count, high blood pressure, anything of that nature would also get you into the program or your spouse into the program. Like I said, they just have to go to weekly group classes. Those are online as well, so they can use their smartphone. They don't have to do anything that the coach is telling them. It's simply just kind of a check-in, accountability, and to get some helpful tips. There's also a digital support system that tracks kind of where they're at within the 52-week process. We have messages out there that kind of keep them going and keep them motivated that they can watch at their leisure. And then there are some coaches out there as well that if it's not time for their weekly class, but they need to talk to somebody about a question or a roadblock they're having, they are available to speak to them. So this next slide just kind of shows you what all the member gets when they sign up or their spouse signs up. And if it's both the member and the spouse signing up, they each get their own box. It comes to their doorstep. They'll get that portion control plate, a food scale, a weight scale, a resistance band. On week 8, if they are still engaged in the program, we will send a blender because we'll be introducing protein shakes and smoothies of that nature. So really we're equipping you to be successful. It's just up to the member to continue with the program. So all of your groups with UHC today have this in place. And if they have anybody that's on the Real Appeal program currently, that client is getting a monthly report. It's a de-identified report, just letting them know how many members they have in the program today, how many coachings have been done to date, and then a total weight loss to date. So it kind of also keeps it in the forefront of the employer's mind to remind their employees that this is a benefit offered to them. And we do have mass emails that are ready to go that we can provide to you if your employer is looking to kind of push it out, forgetting that they had it. So let us know if you need help with that. They are also on the broker portal for you to upload. I did quickly just want to remind you that we have specialty benefits out there. We offer all ancillary lines, so dental, vision, life, STD, LTD, all of that stuff is available. We have hospital indemnity plans available. If you offer all lines, you can save up to 4% off the medical premiums for the first 12 months. A lot of people take advantage of the dental and vision, and that alone will get you 2.5% off your medical premiums by pairing that with a medical. It's a really great benefit just because there is one administrator, one bill, single sign-on for that employer kind of makes it an easy process. They're looking at one eligibility file there with us. So do keep this in mind for your clients. We are coming in very competitive. We are kind of guaranteeing we'll come in 10% on life policies below what their competitor is doing now. So keep that in mind during the fourth quarter. We'd love to have conversations with you or your clients alongside of you. Anything we can do to partner with you to kind of help you maintain and help your clients out, we're all for it. So with that, that's kind of all the updates we have. Like I said, I'll get the slides over to Kaylee. They do already have the plan grid, so hopefully you have seen those. But if anybody has questions, please let me know.
Andy, it doesn't look like we have any questions.
Okay. All right. Well, if anything comes up after the fact, just let me know, and I'm here for you guys.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Yep, you too. Thanks, everyone.